So this is a new strategy that I found that in the last 2 months, it's helped turn some brands around completely from unprofitable to profitable. And some that have struggled for a while ever since the Andromeda update at the beginning of the year. And either this is a hack around that system or this is what Andromeda wants us to do in general, but somehow their support team have no idea. So to kind of get some perspective, this brand I've had spent 5 months trying to refigure out. They've been scaling like crazy, like nothing could stop them. February, end of March, well, beginning of March came, standstill. Every ad, just no matter what I tested, could not pull them out of the rut. No matter what we did on the website, email strategy, nothing could help get them profitable again. And recently, the strategy has helped crack that code. And interestingly enough, just a fun fact, Claude couldn't figure this one out. And Claude actually thinks my current strategy is crap, even though the sales of this company would debate otherwise. So in short, this is kind of where I'm at. And these strategies are still in testing, but I've tested them across most of my clients, and almost every single time it has worked. Now, test it for your brand and do so cautiously. But anyways, I'll tell you where I start and how it grows. So essentially, what the Andromeda update has done is made Google really, really, really good at optimizing around purchases. And unfortunately, in a lot of cases, and in this case, it has made it so good that it actually just sometimes does more retargeting than what it has historically done. So rather than bringing you more and more new customers like they did in 2025, now it's just tending to retarget more heavily, which it's getting more purchases. It's just not actually helping you grow. So in short, you need a top of funnel strategy. If you don't have one, if your main core strategy isn't top of funnel, you need to implement that as soon as possible, or that top of funnel is going to dry out and your performance is going to start dropping in the hidden future, depending on your purchase cycle of your product. Okay, so since implementing that add to cart campaign, essentially I'll kind of go into the logistics of how it was built. This one was kind of high level, very simple. Ever since I've implemented this campaign, however, the ROAS has slowly climbed. In other words, in this platform and as well as on the global level for the brand. Optimizing around add to carts. So we're going to kind of walk through it really quick so you can kind of see, you just kind of manage the campaign budget level, and nothing's super high, and then you kind of go down into the actual these other campaigns. So you can kind of see here, I always kind of label them new, so I just know it's targeting new customers. So it's maximizing around conversions. Conversion event is add to cart, standard attribution model, and then down here, so I'm using the old audience targeting. That's what I found has been working really well for this brand specifically, rather than just using Advantage Plus. And then some brands, Advantage Plus works great, so test what works for your brand. And then on the exclusion, I'm just doing audiences, so a list plus, they have Shopify audiences, so it's always updating. It's just a week lag, so you want to make sure you do the 30-day pixel purchases as well, just to make sure you cover any kind of, like, you have good overlap there, and you cover all audiences essentially. And then this brand, interest targeting, healthy cooking, healthy diet plus cooking has always worked really well for them. Okay, and that's pretty much the structure, and every single ad set is the same. Build out. Now, something I'm testing currently that I want to cover with you is in this one. So it's a new top of funnel campaign. It's optimized around purchases, and the difference here, I forgot one thing that is key. So your main campaign that's doing a lot of the pushing that doesn't have any exclusions in it, I just literally duplicate that and have it optimized around add to carts or purchases. And then obviously, not all creative at top of funnel is going to work as well. So you kind of start managing from there, but it's a good starting place, and it's really easy to start from that level. So getting into this purchase campaign, so same thing. I use the new dropdown. It's really, really helpful that they do this. So optimize around new customers, but I also have started to exclude new Klaviyo. So essentially, this is a new customer that hasn't signed up, that maybe they visited the website, but the majority of the time it's finding new customers for you, and bringing new customers into the funnel, so they haven't purchased and they haven't subscribed to you, so there's no way for you to get a hold of them. So it's the best type of top of funnel, and so far this has been doing really well, and for some clients it's actually scaling better than my old campaign. So highly recommend trying these out and optimizing around purchase to start. I'm going to be testing removing add to carts in the next little bit, so I'll let you know how that goes, and if that changes things. But ultimately, like, if I were to implement this strategy today, have a main campaign, and then 10% of your budget start it as top of funnel. See how that impacts things. Optimize around purchases, exclude Klaviyo and purchase customers, and do your best to scale this. I would optimize a pixel around purchases and a list as well, and the reason for that is you'll get a higher match rate. Like, I've kind of tested this through some popular platforms like Northbeam and Triple Whale, and generally about Meta's almost 91% accurate on like these purchases being new customers for the brand. So Meta's very reliable when it comes to tracking if you can use those two tools. So highly recommend that. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'd love to hear if these strategies work for you or if they don't work for you. So leave them in the comments below, and again, hopefully this helps you in your journey to grow your business.